good evening or morning or whatever time it is. I know what time it is. I don't think we're raiding tonight, so we're gonna be playing Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. We're gonna be continuing the second case of the game, and this would be part 4 of this case. I might try. I might have to. We might be in for a bit of a longer stream, depending on how long the end of this case is. But because I honestly kind of want to finish this case tonight. But we'll see if I can take it. So it'll be interesting. Hello. Okay. Yeah. So we got a game to load. I guess we're just gonna go straight into it because actually let me drink some water first. No, I should have done that beforehand. It's fine. I have a full glass of water for now. Oh yeah, I guess to give a brief recap, our client's a dead man walking, and it was probably his fiance that did the crime. That's what I'm currently thinking. How to exactly prove that, I'm not sure yet, but we'll get there. We will get there. Yeah, but for now, we just need to start getting things rolling back into the trial. And there's hopefully going to be no more monologues about stealing women's underwear today. Please tell me we're done with that. Okay, I hope we're done with that. Yeah. Start stream and instantly start playing True Gamer. You already know. Of course. But yeah. And I just loaded the save. I gave a brief recap, sort of. Last time was just an investigation phase, so let's see. I don't even know what other evidence we picked up. Oh, again, we have Alita's sandals, we have a lamp, a bullet, and the medical chart that says that Walkie is a dead man walking. Yeah. I mean, it was just we finished investigating some things, and now we have some more evidence, and we're going dead man walking. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. But I'm kind of hoping we can finish this case tonight, because that'll be exciting. So yeah, oh no, I was looking at, this is just off topic before I start reading. I was looking at signing up for a TFT tournament, but I'm probably not allowed to sign up by the rules. Unlucky. I'll ask if I can sign up anyway, though. But yeah. Yeah, no commies allowed. No, that's not it. It's a different problem, but that's fine. We don't need to discuss that. I'm here to play Ace Attorney right now. Okay. June 17th, 9:52 a.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby number 2. This is it. The big day. Did you get any sleep? Yeah. I went to bed at 1 a.m. or so. It's actually accurate. Well, no, it's not, but... No, I did not go to bed at 1 a.m. I was up until at least 4. Yep. Oh, and what time did you wake up? 3 a.m. That's only 2 hours, Apollo. But at least you have me. And the amazing Mr. Hat.
Here's looking at you, kid.
Good luck today, Apollo. Who said that? That voice.
Good.
It's Phoenix.
Well, good luck today, Apollo. Hey, get any sleep?
Mr. Right.
I was going out of my mind with boredom, so I signed myself out earlier today. Somehow that place makes fake piano playing at the Indochine pasta joint seem almost fun.
Daddy, do you know who Prosecutor Gavin's witness today is?
Well, take a guess.
How about Little Plum? Okay. What's... Sorry. I couldn't even get through reading that one in my head without laughing. Is Phoenix truly okay with his daughter wearing a magician outfit all the time? I mean, she's a professional, so why not? If it makes her happy. Okay.
That Sherman tank of a mom. No, guess again. Nope, guess again.
That's too bad. You know, speaking of moms, you need to find me a new mommy one of these days, Daddy.
It's barely morning and you're already at it. You're at it already, Trucy.
Okay, see, this is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship. Who's Trucy's mom? We don't know. There's a lot of women interested in being her mother. Okay. Sorry, I need 1 second because for some reason my nose is kind of runny. So I'm gonna go grab the tissue because I don't have those close by. Be back in a second. I'm allergic to winter ending. Okay, I'm good. You're the security guards in the back watching stone-faced. Oh no! Don't. You're not dumb. Don't say that. Alright. This is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship. So, Mr. Wright, do you know who the prosecution's witness is?
My, it's Alita Tiala, your client's fiance.
She's gonna be a witness? But that seems rather odd. Why would she testify against her own fiance?
You have to wonder what Gavin's up to.
Something's going down today, that much is clear. Well, not to worry. I've got my panties back. You know, that's not where I thought that line was going. Okay. If we can't find a killer, I'll pull one out of there. Sure thing. You don't know what's funnier, the line by itself or the fact that I'm reading all of this aloud? One of those things is definitely pretty funny. June 17th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4. Oh, I can't. I'm sorry. It's not what I... Look, if there's one thing I did not expect from a Phoenix Wright game, it was that, okay? I mean, I guess I should, whatever.
Court.
That's alright.
Court.
That's still not right.
Court is now in session for the trial of Walkie Kitaki.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is warmed up, and it's a sold-out house. Very well. To recap, while yesterday's witness seemed more guilty than any other party.
Guilty of panty snatching.
We did find one thing for certain. There were 3 people in the park at the time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant. Correct, Judge. And today I'd like to do something a little new age. I'd like to look at this horrible crime from the outside.
The outside?
The acquisition of the murder weapon, the preparation for the act. Our poor defendant has told all, you see. To his betrothed. His betrothed? Why, his fiancée, Judge. His partner for life, with no chance of parole. Very well. You may show the, lucky lady to the stand. Your name and occupation, Fraulein.
Alita Tiala. My occupation is future wife.
Ah, traditional values. I respect that. Too many brides these days can't even weave baskets blindfolded.
What? Judge! What? What the? Okay, sorry, I'll try that one again.
Too many brides these days can't even weave baskets blindfolded underwater. Yet you're here today as a witness for the prosecution.
I don't know. Why, like... It's like weaving baskets. Okay, that's kind of a weird skill for him to bring up. Blindfolded, okay, sure, that shows mastery. Underwater? What do you mean? Nobody's doing that. Commitment. I see. Also, like, how old is the judge? To when basket weaving was one of the primary household skills. Don't care for oxygen, only focus on the basket weaving. You know how it is.
Yes, you're here today as a witness for the prosecution.
To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first. But I could not hide the truth.
Honesty. Another admirable trait. Fraulein, is it true? On the day of the crime, the defendant, Waki Kitaki, confessed his plans to you. His plans for murder.
Yes.
The witness will please give her testimony to the court.
It was the day that the family health checkup results came back. When Waki found out Dr. Maractus had lied, he flew into a rage. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols. And you already know what happened that night. I just don't see how anyone but Waki could have done it.
So, the pistol did belong to the Kitaki family then? Yes. With regards to this, an investigation is underway at the Kitaki mansion on the charges of the illegal possession of firearms. And the bullet that took the victim's life, was it? Was it fired from the pistol the defendant procured? Yes. This has been proven.
How can you prove something like that? Well, I only have a vague idea of how the ballistics tracking stuff works, but it's like the yeah, it's I think it's something along the lines of a combination of the caliber, powder residue on the weapon, and something with the grooves on the inside of the barrel. I don't know. I'm not a forensics expert. So there you go. Thanks, Apollo. Bullets carry marks from the barrel that fired them, called rifling marks. Rifling marks.
Why, think of them as being a gun's fingerprint, left on every single bullet that it fires.
When did you first hear about Waukie's plan? The gun's barrel prints. Yeah. Like, I knew it had something with the rifling. I feel like I'd heard that before. It was the day of the murder. I should have stopped him. I just didn't think that he would actually do it.
Very well. The defense may begin cross-examination.
That was the day of the murder, correct? Yes. Everyone in the family received their checkup results that day. When Waukie looked at his face went so pale.
Well, of course. He certainly did just figure out he had a bullet in his chest.
So, you were there at the time? Yes. Poor Waukie.
Cool. I'll give it a try.
I have a request.
I will stretch. Thanks for keeping me hydrated. It is very helpful. That must have been, quite frightening. Oh, he was furious. He ripped his report up into shreds.
Incidentally, I had to request another copy to file as evidence. A bothersome chore, but one that I performed without complaint.
Waukie's at an age where he's hard to control when he loses his temper. Of course, that little bit of instability is so cute. Great. Now he sounds like a psychopath.
Hold it!
So, is it easy to take a pistol out from the house?
Not really, I think. There's a system in place to limit access. But Waki's a special case, being the next in line.
Well, perhaps his treatment was a bit too special, Jacques.
Well, maybe he is a bit spoiled. I hear he got amazing presents for his birthdays. Last year was a switchblade made out of chewing gum and a chocolate gravestone.
It sounds like he has a taste for sweets. And also danger.
The point here being that Waki had access to a pistol.
You already know what happened that night.
What happened, meaning the murder?
I tried to stop him. I really did. Waki wouldn't listen.
No. Our defendant was nothing, if not determined, it seems. The last thing you should do is blame yourself, miss.
I don't see how anyone except for Waki could have done it.
How can you say that for certain? How?
Objection!
Well, Air Forehead, you will refrain from badgering the Fraulein. It was the defendant, Waki, was it, who took the pistol from his home. We know this for a fact now.
Is it needed to hit something when you object? It's for dramatic effect. Would you get away with that in a real courtroom? Maybe not. But here, go for it.
I suppose we do. So, how could anyone else have used the pistol to shoot the victim? They could not. Simple logic, yeah? That does seem to be the case. Does the defense have anything to say regarding this point?
Could someone else have used the pistol? Yeah. Based on your testimony, there was clearly another. One other person had access to that pistol.
What's this? Interesting. Let us ask the defense then. Tell the court who the other person with access was.
Bum, 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 bum. Well, of course. I mean, you, Miss Tiala.
Me? But why?
You were quite clear when you told the court. You heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you knew what he was planning.
Objection!
Well, let me get this straight. You intend to tell us that this lady stole the pistol from her fiancé and killed a man in cold blood on his behalf? I have heard of people doing strange things for love, but this? It does seem a bit unfathomable, to be sure. I am all for romance and supporting your partner in life, to be sure. I think I would hesitate at murder.
I would hope you do more than hesitate. What if a different connection could be proven? A connection between the witness and the victim. We might find that she had a personal motive, beyond wanting to help her fiancé.
Well, that would certainly put things in a slightly different light. What possible connection are you suggesting here?
You know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think the police never looked inside the safe.
I have evidence showing a connection between the witness, Miss Tiala, and the victim.
Why? That looks like a medical chart.
Found inside a safe at the Maractus Clinic. I would like to draw the court's attention to the names written on the chart.
What? Miss Tiala? Whatever. Why is your name on this chart?
Well, would you care to explain the meaning of this, Miss Tiala? I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice. Our warm little fiancé just froze over. I was on staff at the clinic until half a year ago. It was boring, so I quit. That's all. Is there a problem with that?
Miss Tiala, you testified you had no connection to the victim.
And I don't. Now. Now? I quit half a year ago, didn't I? There's no connection. Let me guess. You're the kind of guy who can't rest until he knows every last detail of his girlfriend's past. Am I right?
Why? That's not true at all. I embrace the ones I love, past flaws and all, no matter.
Objection. There's no connection now. Doesn't fly in a court of law. Doesn't fly. She's one tough nut. She probably feels right at home with the Kitakis. You left your job at the Maractus Clinic, true. But you remain connected somehow.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that proves the witness is still connected to Maractus Clinic.
Okay. What do we got here? I mean, we did find her sandals in the clinic. That's pretty, These sandals were found in the Maractus Clinic lobby. They're yours, aren't they? Well, who knows? I'm sure there are lots of people with those sandals.
Why? So sorry, Fraulein. So sorry, Fraulein. But your act isn't working. Your moment of hesitation just now cost you.
What's with you? I thought you were on my side.
Perhaps you are unaware that toes leave toe prints. A simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all.
Well, now we see your true colors. I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted you to help get Waki back on the straight and narrow.
This court thinks you need to worry less about Waki and more about yourself. Sounds as though we need to hear a bit more about your story.
Your sandals were found in the entrance to the clinic. Which means you went there on the day of the murder. Well, there's little point in denying it.
Very well. The witness will tell us about the visit. Why did you go to Maractus Clinic that day?
The Maractus Clinic. I did go to the clinic that day. My first time in half a year since I quit in January. I went to warn him. After all, I knew that Waki had a pistol. The doctor always was a timid man. Too timid to admit his own mistake. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. I
wanted to tell him to be careful, as an old friend.
By mistake, you mean? The mistake we heard about from the defendant. The botched operation.
He was a timid, small man. I never wished him harm. I just thought I should let him know, you know?
Why, that does make sense. Why, yes. But there's still one thing which does not. What's that? Prosecutor Gavin? Why, the sandals left in the lobby, of course. We can assume that she wore these sandals to the clinic, yeah? Why did she not wear them home? If it were me, I would have worn them home. I would have worn those sandals home as well. So, why were the sandals left behind?
He pointed out the contradiction before me.
There is probably a good explanation for this. Right, Miss Tiala? Say, for instance, there happened to be a similar pair of sandals there, which you wore home by mistake.
Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin.
Why? Oh, it's nothing. There's, after all, no other possible explanation. Yeah, forehead.
What the? No fair. He's filling the holes in her testimony.
The defense may begin cross-examination.
Around what time did you go to the clinic?
I don't remember exactly. I think it was after 9:30.
That was the first time you had contacted Dr. Maractus in half a year?
Of course it was. He wasn't the kind of boss you made friends with.
So, why did you go to the clinic that day?
Did you want Dr. Maractus to run away?
Well, after I failed to stop walking, I thought it was the only other way to avoid the problem.
Couldn't you have called? Why did you go in person?
I called several times that evening, but no one was in.
Why? The victim was busy driving home until after 9 p.m. that night. The victim was busy driving home until after 9 p.m. that night. Remember?
I mean, that's a new detail here.
This was proven by the mirror yesterday. Yeah?
I thought if I warned him, he'd run away for sure. Knowing the doctor, after all.
You mean the act of malpractice on Waki, right?
If you'd just told Waki the truth in the beginning, none of this would have happened.
That is true. That operation was the start of the whole affair.
Oh, of course, if you'd have told him. He might have been erased by the Kitakis much earlier.
Why, that is a disturbing thought. Well, we know that the Maractus Clinic had ties to the Kitaki family. He probably couldn't have gone to the police even if he wanted to.
That's why I knew I had to warn him.
No dark secrets, eh? What? Look at me however you want, Mr. Justice. You won't find a thing. She's definitely hiding something. I knew it. I must have some evidence that proves it too. You're free to think whatever you like. I went to that clinic with only one thought in mind. But then you would be betraying Waki, wouldn't you?
No, I did it for him, for us.
Why? She went to warn him so that her fiancé would not have to commit such a crime, Ja?
I didn't want them to take my Waki away.
There's no way she went to the clinic just to warn him.
Do you know why she went, Apollo?
Time to figure out what really happened, and fast. Okay, so the evidence that we have here, we have our sandals that are tied to the screen, the scene. I don't know what's up with this lamp yet. This had 2 bullets fired from it. The prints are wiped.
Wow, it's all mushed.
That was one tough save.
You know, it looks kinda yummy.
What?
Like ice cream. Mmm, caramel.
Well, you certainly have an active imagination, Trucy. Okay, so... okay. So the thoughts that I have here are... like... we could either try to... like, I don't know what's up with this bullet. I think I could try to present the... I think the medical chart is probably the dark secret that she has, because Waki is literally all but dead. It's either that or the bullet, so I think I might just have to take the penalty if it's not the medical report, and then go for the bullet. This chart was found inside a safe in the doctor's office. Yeah. Why would this one chart be in that safe? Miss Tiala, you know why it was, don't you? We placed Tiala at the... we're getting somewhere, slowly.
Would you mind filling me in?
Dr. Maractus didn't have the leisure of making mistakes. That's why he wrote up a false report and kept the truth locked away.
My bad doctor.
And this is where you come in, Miss Tiala. The nurse who filed this chart was you, which means you knew about Waki's failed operation.
Interesting.
You're in the same position as Dr. Maractus. It kind of makes it hard to claim no connection, doesn't it? You're bold for a novice. I'll give you that. Mr. Justice, you must know I was only a nurse. The doctor is responsible for the chart's contents.
This chart business seems to be quite important. Please amend your testimony accordingly.
Too bad, little attorney.
Uh-oh. Apollo is seeing things again. My bracelet's reacting again.
Why? What is it, Apollo?
I felt my bracelet tighten just now.
Your bracelet.
Just like yesterday. Like you said. When a witness is unsure of something, their nervous habit gives them away.
But I can't see anything, Apollo.
Eh?
Honto.
What's my bracelet reacting to?
Wait. Maybe. Yes, that has to be it.
What has to be it?
Your senses, Apollo. They must be sharper than mine.
Huh?
I can't see it. but you can sense it.
I don't know about that, Trucy. I don't have some kind of special power or anything.
Listen to me, Apollo. There's a weak point somewhere in Miss Tiala's testimony. We don't know what her nervous habit is.
What should we do?
You must perceive it yourself, Apollo, with your eyes and your senses.
It's up to me and my bracelet. I don't know why, but the bracelet helps. Somehow, touching it helps me focus. Let's give it a shot and bring down that testimony. Your signature was on the chart.
So, what does that have to do with the case? If there is something in the chart to make me look bad, I would have to deal with it. The only one responsible for the chart is the presiding doctor, Dr. Maractus.
Okay, she fiddles with the ring on her finger.
Gotcha!
Why go to the clinic for a half-year-old chart now, you ask? You know why you would go now, don't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was quite clear, Miss Tiala. You have a nervous habit. The moment you said the word now, you used your right thumb to fiddle with your ring.
What?
She was unsure. I saw it. Now, that's the key word. The chart was not a part of your past. It was a clear and present threat.
That's ridiculous. Why, if that were the case,
I would have had 6 months to do something about it. Indeed. Which means that something happened quite recently. Something to make that chart a problem for you now. I've got her on the ropes now. I can feel it. Time to strike the killing blow. With evidence. Miss Tiala, there's no use trying to hide it. The chart became a threat to you now because of this.
I knew it wouldn't be the lamp. Well, I guess it would be because of... I'm not sure. I mean, because, like, we have a bullet. But the problem is we don't have this bullet placed yet. I know, it has to be Waki's checkup report, right? Because then they would figure out that, like, Waki's basically dead. He's a dead man walking. So I think it's this.
Take that!
A health checkup report belonging to the defendant. The Kitakis are trying to get out of the business. The health checkup this month was their first ever. What did you think when you heard about this? Nothing. Why should I think anything? Oh, I would think you were positively beside yourself. Because you were afraid. You knew what Waki's chest x-ray would reveal. A full half year had passed since the operation. You thought you were home free. When the chart came back to haunt you. Where did all those feathers come from? That's all, Your Honor.
What just happened?
Did you see all the spinning colors too, Judge? Did you also see them? It's not just me, right?
Did the witness just admit to lying? I sensed it. There was a great aura emanating from our forehead.
That's your comments? That's what you're going with, Clavier. just gloss over that.
Why? There was a great aura emanating from our forehead. Very cool.
There you go. He did it. He said that Apollo has aura. Sorry.
So, the lady was lying, it seems.
That's correct. She said she had no connection to the Maractus Clinic. Her connection was deep indeed. A bit too deep. If the Kitakis got a hold of the chart with her name, she'd be finished. Isn't that right, Miss Tiala? You guessed it.
Order in the court.
I did it. I broke her testimony. Amazing, Apollo. I didn't see it at all. Daddy was right about you. Wait,
Miss Tiala.
it's true. That chart was bad news for me. That's why I went to meet the doctor that day. That's all. I told him about Waki and went home.
Why? It appears this cross-examination is far from over.
What?
Why? She hid the truth from us. This is clear. Yet, it is not clear that this truth has anything to do with the case at hand.
Clavier's crazy moves are far from over. Did you see that crazy double snap he did? That was quick. Okay. Thanks for stopping by, Panda Jeff.
Very well. The witness will add to her testimony. And we'll have a bit
I had a
more
request.
cross-examination.
Grr! I was so close.
You're still close. Keep on her, Apollo. Nothing happened at all. I warned him and then I left.
How did Dr. Maractus respond to the warning?
Oh, he was quite surprised. Panicky, even. Who wouldn't be scared to learn a Kitaki was after them?
Incidentally, this court is not afraid of any monsters. Why, we had a life-threatening situation just yesterday, right here in the courtroom.
Yeah. Real impressive the way you stood up to the attack of the amazing Mr. Hat, sir. We are powerless against Mr. Hat. It's true. He's just so mysterious and dashing.
Well, after which, I carried you back to your chambers.
What? Clavier carried the judge.
Why, it sounds like the judge had quite a fright.
Nothing happened in Dr. Maractus's office that day,
What about the mess that we found? Something definitely happened in the office, Apollo.
I know. We can't prove when it happened. Nor that Alita Tiala was in any way involved.
Well, let's try putting some evidence up anyway.
There's no way she went to the clinic just to warn him.
Do you know why she went, Apollo?
Time to figure out what really happened, and fast. I mean, okay, so we either take this as a chance to bluff with the bullet that was in the safe, or, okay, we're either going to use the bullet or the lamp. Right. And like, I honestly don't know where this lamp comes into play. I think that because like, okay, this doesn't really prove that anything happened in the office. That's weird. The bullet definitely does. So, I think we'll go with presenting the bullet against this, but I do need to refill my water first. The judge's voice is kinda tough. And he's been talking a lot. So... But yeah, sorry, I'm being distracted. Okay, yeah. I'll go refill my water and then we'll present this bullet. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I am hydrated, but again, so I can continue. Nothing happened at the clinic, you say. What about this bullet I found?
Objection!
You say nothing happened in the doctor's office. I disagree. Take a look at this.
What's that? It looks like a squished up ball of clay. Kinda like you, actually.
This bullet was found in the Maractus Clinic office. Something did happen in that office, Miss Tiala.
Objection!
My, enough of this joking around. The police investigated the clinic.
Objection!
Ah, but this was stuck inside the doctor's safe.
Inside the safe?
I guess the police didn't check that far.
Objection!
But there is a problem. How can you say the bullet was fired on that day?
Objection!
Sorry, I might be losing his voice a tiny bit. Weren't you the one who explained rifling marks to us? The pistol was taken from the Kitaki mansion that day. If the marks on this bullet match the murder weapon, then that proves a firearm was discharged on that office in the day of the murder. On the day of the murder.
Well, not bad, Air Forehead.
Bailiff, have this bullet analyzed immediately.
Welcome back. 30 minutes later, a report arrives. The rifling marks on both bullets are identical.
Well, it seems as though the bullet in the safe was fired from the murder weapon. Perhaps the defense would like to state their position.
The bullet in that safe proves one fact. A pistol was fired in the office that day. And at the time of the firing, the safe was open. The safe which contained the top secret chart.
Do you think someone was threatening Dr. Maractus in order to open the safe?
Only one person was in a position to do such a thing. Our witness, Alita Tiala.
Order! 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 Mr. Justice, where are you going with this? Are you accusing the witness?
Alita Tiala knew about Waki Kitaki's botched operation. She got engaged to him without telling him about it. As long as that bullet remains in his chest, his days are numbered.
What if she married him and the bullet finally reached its destination?
What?
Why, that reminds me. Apparently, the Kitakis have been asserting themselves in lawful business practices. They're making quite a great deal of money. A fortune, if you will.
Nefarious. So she planned to marry him to get her hands on a fortune.
Objection! Oh, it's Waki.
Objection! You keep talking trash about my Alina. And I'll sue you, lawyer man.
Normal legal business practices. Quite nefarious. Huh? Me? Is Clavier on Alita's side? Not exactly. Not fully.
Yeah, you said you'd abuse my Alina.
I think you mean accuse.
Same difference. Well, you can't have her. She's mine. It was me. I shot that doctor. Me. He left me to die, so I left him to die. Too. There in that park.
Waki. Just cool down a second, please.
You keep your hands off my Alita, or I'll.
T.
Miss Tiala.
I'm sorry. It's been so long since I have laughed so hard. Something funny. Lucky. Wake up and smell reality.
Alita, baby.
That's like not how it sounds.
The signature on this chart. The engagement. I mean, come on. It's so obvious. Even for a brainless, spoiled brat such as yourself.
Alita. I'll get you, old man. Alita.
Sorry. I can't get his voice how I want it to.
Why, your honesty is like a breath of foul air, Fraulein.
Hey, I wasn't getting out of this clean anyway.
So, the family fortune is what you're after.
That's right. I wanted the money.
No way. That's whack. I ain't trying to hear that.
should have done the wedding earlier. Oh well. By the way, can I ask you a question? Who? Me? I believe you said you were going to abuse me. Accuse? Of what crime, might I ask? Huh? Oh, I'm a bad girl. Sure. I got close to the brat because I wanted his money. But he was the one with the gun. He could have fired it into the safe after I'd already left the clinic.
What?
I would never do a thing like that. It was definitely the silly brat.
Wait, but
what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Trucy,
You had the most to lose if the chart was found. But I didn't have a pistol, did I? Oh, well, you could have taken Waki's. Why, you would think he'd have mentioned that, no? All that I've heard him say is, it was me. I shot him.
Objection!
that's only because he's trying to protect you.
Why, sorry to intrude on this lovely conversation. But the two of you are forgetting one critical point.
What point?
Why, certainly, the Frau Len did want that chart. You assume she'd threatened the doctor into opening the safe, but then... wouldn't she have taken the chart?
Oh,
You see... that chart would not have been left in the safe.
He's right.
Miss Tiala,
yes.
it is clear to the court you are not a very good fiancé.
Oh, I'm flattered.
Perhaps it is time you told us the truth. Tell us about yourself, including your actions and whereabouts on the day in question.
Don't forget. We've proven you were at the Maractus clinic on the day of the crime. the Maractus Clinic 2.
Yeah, I went to the clinic that day to speak to the doctor. I wanted the chart. I failed to get it. So I went back to the clinic later. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof I stole the pistol, do you? That brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Maractus was shot in the temple or not.
You went back later.
That chart was dangerous, you understand. I needed to get rid of it. That's why I went that day.
But you couldn't get the chart then, could you?
And later that night, Dr. Maractus was shot. I heard about the shooting, waited a day, but then I had to go back. No easy feat with the cops all over the place. That was you. Apollo, that sound.
A break-in. They left through the window. So, you were the burglar.
That was you too. If only I had one more minute. Then I could have opened the safe and got the chart.
What? That's trespassing, and brazen at that.
Oh, is this a trial for trespassing now? Besides, you can't blame a girl for wanting to protect herself. They are gangsters, you know.
Well, in any case, Mr. Justice, your cross-examination.
Admitting the little crime to avoid the big one, eh?
I had a request.
I will drink some water, thank you. Okay.
Hold it!
Why that day?
The brat was uncontrollable. He was ready to kill. And that would bring in the police. And the chart would have become evidence. I'd be hung out to dry. But the police didn't check the safe, did they?
Well, they thought the crime scene was the park.
Well, I'll make sure the responsible parties feel the heat. Such sloppiness won't be tolerated, ja?
I'm kinda thankful for that sloppiness myself, actually.
Hold it!
Later,
When I heard about what happened, well, I was too scared to do anything that day. So I waited until the day after. The 16th, was it? Of course. You and that meddling kid had to get in my way.
But why did Dr. Maractus keep the chart? It clearly was dangerous for him. He could have burned it.
Because he's a coward. The chart was his insurance.
Insurance?
My signature on the chart, to be more specific. That made sure I couldn't betray him.
Hold it!
You could have stolen it. So far, nothing yet.
Could have. Is this some new definition of proof?
We'll ask Waki.
Objection!
Might I remind you, this is a cross-examination. You might want to keep your baseless theories to yourself.
Okay, he's right.
Hold it!
Yeah, but,
But what? You have nothing to say? The case is over. It was over the moment the brat was seen in the park. What's the point in dragging it out any further?
Hold it!
the doctor was shot in the right temple, yeah.
So it seems.
Why? Let's review the facts again, shall we? If the killer shot from the location, the bullet would have struck the victim square in the forehead. However, the entry wound was in the right temple.
Yes, we heard testimony on this yesterday. At the time of the shooting, the witness was standing here.
No, Judge.
Just before the gun was fired, he shouted. The victim turned his head to look and was shot.
Objection!
That testimony was proven to be a lie. Our egregious panty snatcher, Mr. Stickler, did witness the crime. He was standing to the north, next to the trash can where he tossed the panties. If Mr. Stickler shouted from this location, the bullet could not have hit his right temple.
Silly attorney.
What?
Do you remember what you had for breakfast this morning? That morning.
Do you remember, Trucy?
I always have a glass of milk for breakfast.
That's your whole breakfast, Trucy.
What matters is one thing. The doctor was shot in his right temple. If that's the case, there can only be one explanation. The pennies guy was mistaken.
Objection!
But his location was proven.
You can't write that off as him being mistaken.
Objection!
Well then, why don't you show us, Forehead?
Show you what?
Must I explain everything? Very well. Let's recap. If the witness, Penny's guy, was standing to the north, where was the shooter standing? From what location did the killer shoot the victim?
But wait, if the witness was standing there, how could anyone shoot the victim in the right temple?
I merely laid out the facts for us. It's up to the one possessing the shiny forehead to show us now. If you can, that is. Give it your best shot.
Wakiki-Taki was standing at the killer mark. Wesley Stickler at the witness mark. Hal Maractus at the victim mark.
Let us hear what the defense has to say. Where was the killer standing?
As the facts stand, we can't explain the crime. Without contradicting ourselves at some point. I know why. The real killer shot from an entirely different location.
What are you talking about? I don't see any other place.
Apparently, Mr. Justice does. Let's hear it. Let us hear it. Where in the park did the killer shoot the victim from?
Objection!
Well, it's time to raise the roof. And the stakes.
Eh?
Why, penalties are such frightening things, don't you think? What if they were a bit more terrifying? Like so.
Dang! He just gave himself a double damage buff with that guitar solo.
Double penalty.
Well, Air Forehead wishes to take us in a new direction. He must be ready for the challenges ahead.
Challenge accepted. It's justice time.
Are you sure, Apollo?
The key is the witness, Mr. Stickler's testimony. If we believe that and we know where he stood, and the victim turned when he shouted, there's only one place the killer could have been. The killer shot the victim from the noodle cart I knew it was coming to this. I've been waiting for this moment. I believe we all owe a debt of gratitude to Miss Alita Tiala. What do you mean? Thanks to you, we had a chance to review the crime. And this time, we were prepared. We know that Wesley Stickler was telling the truth. We should have listened to him from the beginning. Wesley Stickler was standing next to the trash can when he saw the two men. He shouted, just as he told us in his testimony. Also, like, okay, hold on. This is just like something that personally bothers me a little bit. Where's the victim? I guess we don't have his height. I don't know, I was just thinking like if Waki doesn't necessarily seem like he's that tall, but I guess I can't tell. The victim turned to look in his direction. A shot was fired. The victim was hit in the right temple.
Oh no.
Oh yes. Which direction was his right temple facing in that moment? That's right. Towards the noodle stand.
Order. 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 So, you're saying the killer was inside the noodle stand?
Objection!
Well, let's think about this a bit more, shall we? You say the killer was inside the noodle stand. Which would mean the victim, Dr. Maractus, came to the park, wheeling his own murderer in the cart behind him.
This is the most ridiculous thing that I've ever heard. I'd think you would notice if you were pulling someone along.
Objection!
There's something we should worry about before that. Why was he pulling the noodle stand in the first place?
Objection!
Why? Let's deal with our problems, one at a time. Shall we? Shall we? Someone was hiding in this stand. We have not come this far to talk about possibilities. Let's talk about proof, baby. Show us the evidence that proves that someone was in this stand.
Can I prove that? You want evidence someone was in the stand? I've got it. I've got it right here.
Intriguing. Let's see what you've got. Show us proof someone was hiding in the noodle stand. In the noodle stand.
Bum, 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 bum. I wish I could examine this better. how do you actually get in the noodle stand? Wait. How do you get in the noodle in the noodle stand? I don't see anywhere where there's an entrance to it. You don't, you're born in there. I see it. Well, the proof that we have was, yeah, the front of it is a drapery, and we don't have a bullet hole in there, so, no, the proof that we have are the slippers, because that places someone else at the crime scene.
Take that!
The Maractus Clinic, and they're covered with paint. These slippers were found in a trash can near the scene of the crime.
And
A single slipper print was found at the scene. Right next to the noodle stand. Ack. Oh, and Miss Tiala. Your toe print was found in the left slipper. In other words, this is the proof. This is proof that you were inside that noodle stand. Yay!
Objection!
yet, there was only one slipper mark found at the scene. Can this be called a footprint? In good faith.
Objection!
Observe the diagram. A park pathway runs right next to the slipper mark. A slipper wouldn't leave a trace on a cobblestone path.
Objection!
Yet, you cannot say. This is a footprint, ja?
Why not?
You only have an impression left by a single slipper. What if it was on the stand and simply fell to the ground?
Objection!
Yeah. I know, I'm sorry. Pronunciation of other languages is tricky because I don't have practice with it. That's just dumb.
Well, one more thing. A noodle stand is typically cluttered with the tools of the noodle making trade. There's no room for a person to ride in there.
Like, okay, like I do know that's like roughly how it's pronounced. So I'm maybe getting it like half right.
Well, you have a point. Could someone have hidden in the stand?
Apollo, I think I might be on to something. I guess, is it a stand where the chef just stands behind it? I guess that makes more sense. I think I figured out one of our pieces of evidence. In order to make room in the stand, some things would have to be.
Well, Mr. Justice, Do you have proof someone could have hidden in the stand?
I can prove one thing. Someone did scheme to clear space in the stand. The bowl.
Take that!
This is a noodle bowl from the stolen Eldune's noodle stand.
Yes, and what about it?
We discovered a large quantity of these bowls yesterday. In the lobby of the Maractus Clinic.
A large quantity of noodle bowls in the victim's clinic. In the victim's clinic.
Mr. Aldun was very clear about these bowls. Okay, I'll take that into consideration.
I don't care. I don't care.
That's not his voice. That's the judge.
Roll.
I don't know. I'm locked in. I can't. I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished.
All my.
I can't. What's wrong? Okay.
All my noodles. All my noodle bowls were in there too.
That's not his voice at all. Whatever. It's a flashback. The bowls were removed. That night, there was space inside the stand. Space created at the Maractus Clinic, no less. Right around the time you were there, Alita Tiala. Stop! I won't listen to any more of these wild fantasies. No, not fantasies. They're worse lies than that spoiled brat's pickup lines.
I would like to remind the witness of her current status. This court does not consider you entirely innocent.
Show me an innocent. I'll show you a fairy tale.
In any case, the defense has somehow made its point. The witness has both motive and opportunity to kill the doctor.
More fairy tales. This whole trial is a fairy tale.
Please pull us back down to reality, Miss Giala. I'm giving you one last chance to explain yourself.
This is it. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling the stand that night? What was Alita Tiala doing inside? Time to get to the bottom of this case. Tiala's explanation. That night, I went to ask Dr. Maractus for the chart. I had no intention of ever letting the chart fall into the Kitaki family's hands. Dr. Maractus didn't understand. For some reason, he thought the Kitakis had sent me. I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him. But it's always moved. I didn't change anything. I just like ran a screen cleaner over my phone. No! Magic. A whole lot of magic. You knew about the botched operation. You tried to get rid of the chart to save yourself. Sorry, has it, like, genuinely, has it been really bad about, like, I know my stream's not very professional, but, like, sorry, because tech issues will just make me paranoid. Like, anything tech issue related, you're genuinely just going to make me paranoid. Okay. Perfect. Okay. We're good then. But yeah, so that's something. Yeah, well, when I have the glass of water, it blocks the camera. You tried to get rid of the chart to save yourself.
I won't make excuses. All I did warn the good doctor. I gave him a chance. I told him the brat got his health checkup. He was coming to settle the score. And that he was coming to settle the score.
I see. Very well, Mr. Justice. Begin cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. This is the last testimony. Either I perceive the truth or it's over.
Apollo, any word from your bracelet?
It's up to you, Apollo. I wonder if it's a different habit then.
Hold it!
He didn't understand?
He wouldn't listen to a word I was saying. The moment he saw me, he started to tremble. I thought, what a sad excuse for a man.
Please don't smile like that anymore. It's creepy.
He was practically delusional.
Hold it!
They sent you.
He thought the Kitakis had sent me to get the chart. To get the chart.
Well, it does make some sense. You are their son's fiancé.
Don't make me laugh. The Kitakis send me. They don't play that way. If they'd known about the chart, they would have gone in there guns blazing. I couldn't convince the trembling doctor otherwise.
Oh, there we go. Okay, we got her.
Gotcha!
All I did was talk. And lie. What? Show me proof. I'm pretty sure about this one. I think I'm getting the hang of this. A little slip in confidence and they give it all away. The proof is you, Miss Tiala. All I did was talk to him, you claim. Yet you can't hide your own nervous twitch when you say those words. My twitch? What are you talking about? You have a habit of scratching the area of your neck around the edge of your scarf. What? What? This is working better than I'd hoped. Her unconscious actions tell the truth she won't say. Habits and lies. 2 dots. Connect the dots and find the truth. Don't look at me like that. I told you the truth. Seems that when you recall what really happened in the office, you can't keep your hands off your neck, can you? Seems nervous habits are unconscious reactions that manifest when someone is trying to hide something. You can't hide behind your scarf, Miss Tiala. Something happened between you and the victim in the Raktus Clinic office. I've got proof that shows exactly what happened. The lamp?
Take that!
What's that? You're touching your scarf again. There's something unusual about this lamp. The bulb is broken, and there's a red splotch on the cord. Seeing how you hide your neck, I think I can come up with a plausible explanation for the lamp's state. Well, spit it out. This talking in circles nonsense is killing me. Very well. The answer is very simple. Miss Alito Tiala. Please remove your scarf. Eek. She kissed the lamp for fun? I don't think so.
Objection!
This is a trial to determine what happened in the park. Yet we seem to have drifted off target.
Objection!
We'll find out soon enough if we're drifting. Sorry. As soon as the witness removes her scarf. Apollo's drifting. He's going so fast. I won't do it. This is insane. I'm an unrelated third party. You can't order me to remove my scarf.
Miss Tiala, I'm afraid you've forgotten what's already been proven.
What?
You're hardly unrelated. Please remove your scarf.
No.
No!
I knew it.
I was right.
Wasn't I? Alita Tiala.
Sorry, I can't raise my voice that much. So, it's guaranteed to be the least convincing part of the performance. Also, if I did raise my voice that much, the microphone probably would just peak. I mean, it might do that anyway because of how boosted it is in OBS. Because like, genuinely, my microphone volume in OBS is 900%. So. What? Why? Because otherwise you can't hear me. I don't know, I guess so. I don't understand how the audio setup stuff works. I have it currently working and that's what matters. Like, I don't get it, to be honest. I think it's just something with the default way that OBS is. But
Your neck. That isn't what I think it is.
Something did happen that night at the Maractus Clinic. You needed to get the chart back, no matter what it took. Even if you had to steal your fiance's pistol, just to do it.
But wait. Looking at the lamp and the witness's neck, it looks like the very opposite happened.
Exactly. The victim in the clinic that night was the witness. Specifically. You tried to threaten Dr. Maractus, and he attacked you. That's what happened that night at the Maractus Clinic.
we got her.
Order! Order!
With the microphone peak. No, the issue is just genuinely like it's like a strange, like self-imposed limitation. Like I just genuinely have a hard time raising my voice. You'll have a ham and cheese on rye? Wait, what? Why are you ordering a sandwich? Oh, the judge said order. I see. Okay.
Will someone please tell me what really happened?
I told you the truth already. I went to the clinic to warn Dr. Maractus. Dr. Maractus. That gangster knows everything. He's coming for you.
Please. Redeemed weapon request. Objection. Okay, we'll hopefully get there. Well, clearly dead men tell no tales. So, we don't need a voice for the victim here. This is probably like his only line. Looks like my clinic's seen its last patient.
We have to get rid of the chart. Quick, open the safe. Give it to me. So you can save your own skin. What? I know what you're up to. You want in with the family. If they see that chart, you're finished. Leaving me holding the short straw. If I'm going down, I'll want some company. You. What happened next? He jumped at me and knocked me to the floor. Then he took the cord. Palmaractus was serious. Deadly serious. He really tried to strangle me. I must have blacked out.
So, you were the victim.
And the red splotch on the cord was your lipstick.
Javier just casually snapping the whole time. Yeah, that's what it seemed like.
I didn't want to remember that night. That's why I didn't bring it up. There. Are you happy now?
Eh?
I was out cold. Almost killed. You claim I snuck into the noodle stand. How could I?
Ah!
Well, one thing is clear. We now know what really happened at the Maractus Clinic. It would seem our victim was not entirely without blame himself.
I am sorry. I get so nervous just thinking about it. It's hard to breathe. I've told you everything. Can I go home now?
You bear some responsibility for the events of that day. True. Yet you are also a victim. This court would owe you some sympathy. Well, Mr. Justice, I believe this clears up the remaining questions from Miss Tiala.
When did this happen? Suddenly everyone's sympathizing with her.
I don't know what to think anymore, Apollo.
We're not out of this yet.
I mean, is that it? Do we know everything we need to about Miss Tiala?
Very well, this finishes the cross-examination of this.
Objection!
Not so fast. This party's just getting started.
It amazes me my guitar sound effect. Great job. Oh, thanks. It's definitely not just the game.
Now, we rock.
What?
Those spikes on your head are softer than they look. Or softer than they look. Or do you not have the stomach to go all the way?
Gavin is so awesome. Sorry. Okay.
Prosecutor Gavin.
I'm stuck smiling, so now it's hard to do his voice. Okay.
Pal Maractus choked Alita Tiala. She fell unconscious. But what happened next?
He's right. There's more that we don't know. But she was choked hard enough to leave the mark. She would have been out for a while. Even still, what if it was her in the noodle stand, Apollo?
Alita Tiala, half dead. Dr. Maractus, pulling the stand. Wait, was he... No, he's a doctor. I mean, if he was panicked, then I guess he could overlook the fact that people pass out. Okay, so... I think... Okay, this is where this is going. Pal Maractus, yeah, he knocks out Alita Tiala, potentially panicking and thinking that she was dead sooner than she actually was. So he preps the noodle stand in order to take her body and dump it in the river in the park. But as she's doing that, well, the gun is also evidence that she was there. So, like he was just gonna dump the gun with the body. So I think Pal Maractus knocks out Alita, loads her up on the noodle cart, with the clinic sandals. He runs into Walkie Talkie in the park, and while they're having like their standoff, Alita wakes up and shoots Pal Maractus before he could reveal the truth to Walkie, or something like that. Alita Tiala, half dead. Dr. Maractus pulling the stand. And a bullet fired from inside the noodle stand.
What if it's all true? We might have already figured out what truly happened that night.
But we still don't know why Pal Maractus hit Phoenix Wright with his car. Miss Alita Tiala, as you can see, we're not through with you just yet.
You really want to blame me for the murder, don't you? You too, Prosecutor Gavin.
Why me, Prowler? I only wish to know the truth.
Well, let's go back over what we've learned up until now. On the day of the murder, Waki saw his checkup report, from which he learned about the bullet still inside of him. So, he took a pistol from the family stash, with the intent to give Dr. Maractus some of his own medicine.
And Miss Tiala heard about this from Waki. So she went to the Maractus clinic ahead of him in order to get rid of the chart with her signature.
But then, something happened.
Sounds like you figured it all out. But remember, I was the victim. I was out cold.
But, what about Dr. Maractus?
Why? That does seem to be the problem. He had just strangled Alita Tiala. Perhaps, he thought, to death. What did he do after the crime?
I was just knocked out, not dead.
From the state of his clinic and the scene in the park, I think it's clear what the good doctor did next. Well, Air Forehead, care to guess?
Well, Mr. Justice, what did Pal Maractus do?
Maybe he did think he killed Alita. Do I have evidence to show what he did next? Well, the next thing he did was the bowls, right? Or do I just present the noodle stand?
Take that!
As his next move, Dr. Maractus stole Guy Eldune's noodle stand.
What? Killing me disturbed him that much. So much he randomly stole a noodle stand.
It wasn't so random. Remember all the bowls in the clinic's foyer? 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 What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Why? Whatever. It's not a common word. I don't know why my brain just was like, oh, I should just pronounce this different. I'm trying my best. I'm doing my best. Bowls that belonged inside the stand? I think it's pretty obvious, don't you? That stand was at the clinic. However, the question is, why did he remove the bowls?
Maybe because the stand was heavy.
Or perhaps he wanted to put something in the stand in their place.
Ah. Wait. You don't mean...
I do. Dr. Maractus did replace those bowls with something. Your corpse, Miss Tiala.
My corpse.
Dr. Maractus panicked. He had thought that he'd killed you.
Why? His next move would be to dispose of the body.
That's crazy talk. You're all crazy.
Objection!
Then, let's think about it. Logically. The doctor had a place to dispose of you in mind. But on his way there, who should he run into but the defendant, Waki Kitaki.
Objection!
Why? I question your logic.
What's this, Prosecutor Gavin?
Why? The park is a dead end. Why would he head in there to begin with?
That's right. He had no reason to go there. Oh, now I get it. It was a trick. That spoiled brat made him do it. He made the doctor steal the stand.
Objection!
Tell me, why would someone go to a dead end? Unless the park was his destination.
What?
Apparently, the defense has an idea. Tell us where Dr. Maractus was heading with the stand. Please show us on the diagram. Where exactly was the victim dragging the stand to?
The river.
Take that!
There, why, that's a river.
Yes, Your Honor. I scarcely need to explain why.
A perfect place to dispose of a body.
He was going to throw me into the river.
He didn't have many other options, probably.
I believe this clears up all of the remaining questions. The victim pulling the stand. The defendant before him. Inside the stand, you, Miss Alita Tiala. And then, the denouement. Wesley Stickler, of panty snatching fame, walks up. Seeing the two men, he shouts, in that instant,
So, I shot him.
you were the only one who could have stolen Waki's pistol. It had to be you.
Well, Miss Tiala.
Nice work.
You mean I'm right?
I mean, you've done a fine job dreaming up a story to get that spoiled brat off the hook. You're the one who's dreaming. Apollo's backed up everything he said with facts. If you're so sure he's making it up, give us another reason. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling the stand through the park Why, who knows? There's one gaping hole in your logic. I think Mr. Gavin knows whereof I speak.
Where of what? I can't believe she's still trying to deny this.
Well, is it true, Prosecutor Gavin?
Must I always be the one to point out Forehead's errors?
Maybe there really is something.
Why, I believe that the Fraulein speaks of Doctor's car. Doctor's car.
His car.
That's right. The Maractus Clinic has that big garage.
In which sat a green sports car, was it? Was it?
Why would he steal the stand in the first place? If he wanted to carry a body, he would have used his car. He would have used his car.
Well, he couldn't get the car started. Actually.
And so, we find our victim without probable cause to steal the stand. And our defense without a case.
Objection! I have an idea. You know what the green car. I bet it wouldn't run. It was broken.
Huh. Well, what an excellent counter-argument, Rowland. Too bad you're quite wrong. Don't tell me that you've forgotten what happened to your daddy.
Daddy.
That's right. That night, the car that hit Mr. Wright was the green sports car.
Oh, yes. I'd nearly forgotten about that.
Well, afterwards, he drove it back to the garage and ran fine.
That's right. Why didn't he use his beloved sports car?
A glaring contradiction, to be sure. More glaring than your forehead. Than your forehead.
No!
Order in the court. Well, Mr. Justice, why didn't Dr. Maractus use his car to carry the body? The body.
Is that a groan of surrender, I hear? Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days.
Everything I've learned.
Mr. Justice, this contradiction casts doubt over your entire case. This is truly your last chance. The defense will explain what happened that night.
Well, the car didn't run. I have an idea. It's all coming together. That night, Dr. Maractus could not use his car.
Now you're making even less sense than usual.
Not according to my information, Miss Tiala. Put one and one together in the explanation symbol.
And if it's so simple, perhaps you can show us some evidence.
Okay.
Show us proof of why the car would not run.
Have I got your proof, Judge? I don't like it. But the proof is unfortunately right here.
Take that!
Why? Let's see now. Panties? Again?
No! There's no escape! There's simply no escape. There's no escape. Why? Oh yeah, I'm taking psychic damage. I'm definitely taking some psychic damage here. Okay. Trucy, this is not relevant to my case. Well, here we go again.
All sorts of things come out of my panties. Even the truth.
Another crime was committed on the night of the murder. The theft of these panties. The latest in a string of similar thefts, actually. But that night, the snatcher was caught in the act. A brave young girl chased the thief until he hid. In the Maractus Clinic garage.
What?
The snatcher hid the panties there before running. Perhaps someone in the court remembers where he hid them.
Why weren't they found in the car's exhaust pipe?
Exactly. By the way, I learned something yesterday. A very important piece of information. I learned it from you, Prosecutor Gavin.
So you're here investigating?
And I was on my way home when my hog gave up the ghost.
Your hog.
My motorcycle won't start. A clogged exhaust pipe.
Too bad. It looks like such a nice bike, too. Hard to believe it could break from that.
Cars, motorbikes, and they're all the same. Clog the exhaust and they won't run.
My, how interesting.
While Miss Tiala and the doctor were struggling, the Panty Snatcher snuck into the Maractus garage. From that time until the time we found these, that car would not start.
What? That's why Dr. Maractus had to use the noodle stand. It was the next closest thing he could think of.
Well, Miss Tiala, this wraps up your doubts quite nicely, I think. Gavin's just over there playing a guitar solo, the air guitar, while we're proving our case. This guy is great.
So it does. Where am I? It's so dark. Can't see. Cramped. The pain. My throat's burning.
What's your problem?
You, Doc. I know what you did.
Walkie.
You lied to me. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, man.
Wait, let me explain.
Fine. I'll give you your last request.
Listen, you're being tricked, but not how you think. It's not just me.
No. He'll ruin everything. I have to stop him.
Just seize this at once.
Funny. This isn't the way it was supposed to turn out. Oh well. Too bad.
There is still one mystery. How did you manage to disappear from the stand?
In the silence, after the shot, I heard the witness running.
I believe we heard as much from Wesley Stickler. He went to use a public phone and inform the police.
Which is when I made my escape.
Which is when you left the slipper print.
Dr. Maractus didn't bother taking my slippers off. I threw them out after I stepped in paint.
That was your mistake.
No, my biggest mistake was coming to you for help, Mr. Justice. I believed in you. You and your anything agency. If anyone would get Lucky declared guilty, it was you.
I believe we reached a conclusion of sorts. Prosecutor Gavin, how is Alita Tiala doing?
Why, she's confessed to everything. We're processing her arrest now.
Prosecutor Gavin sure seems calm for someone who just lost.
I think you already knew. He'd figured out that she was the killer a while ago.
I think it's time you review what you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days.
He lost, but I didn't exactly win either.
Something the matter? Air forehead.
Looks like it's time to announce a verdict. Not guilty. Court is adjourned.
June 17th, 4:12 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby. We won, but at what cost? Walkie is free.
Well, great job, Apollo. You did it.
Yeah, we did. Somehow. Why is Defendant Lobby number 2 outside courtroom number 4? I don't know, maybe it's just like the courtrooms and they're not directly attached. Like this is just somewhere else in the courthouse. Probably. But yeah, we did somehow.
Wakie's off the hook. Free to become the gangster he's always wanted to be. And he has you to thank.
Hey, attorney man. You're gonna pay for what you did to my Alita hoes.
Or to blame, I guess.
You give me my Alita back. Stupid pointy-headed attorney with a death wish.
Enough, Walkie.
Ah, Mr. Kitaki.
It's high time you opened your eyes, Walkie.
What do you know, old man? I think it's about time you opened yours. Giving up the life, trying to become some kind of businessman.
Don't talk about what you don't understand, Walkie.
I'm afraid the guard is going to throw them both out.
If not in jail, wouldn't that be a happy ending?
Hey, maybe we can help them out. We know why Mr. Kitaki needs to make so much money. Maybe we should tell Walkie. Oh, Walkie. Apollo has something to tell you.
I do. Way to put me on the spot.
What's that?
Show him the reason why, Apollo.
Why is Mr. Kitaki trying to become a businessman? Oh! It's because he needs enough money to pay for a surgeon.
Take that!
Think about it, Walkie. Think about your condition. talked with your mother, Little Plum, yesterday.
It pays, but we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is.
She doesn't mean you aren't really, are you?
I searched the globe, and I found one. A doctor who can take the bullet out of you, Waki. It's an expensive procedure.
Man, but you got plenty of money already, don't you?
I will not use it. It was the gangster life that did this to you, Waki. I want to help you. I want to do it clean. Please understand, Waki.
What the heck? That's awesome. Like, sorry.
Dad. Man, I see how it is, old man. Always looking out for.
Waki.
Listen, good old man. One day, I'm gonna take you out, and then we'll see who's the OG. You're trying to hide in your business suit, and I'll find you. Stupid old geezer.
My... Waki.
No, it's as it should be.
Mr. Kitaki. I liked him more without the puppy dog eyes. Apollo.
I'm glad to have met you. I'm not so good with words. I know a professional job when I see one. Thank you.
Who? Me? I don't think...
Someday, I'll bake you one of our latest. The Kitaki lime pie.
He's opening a pie shop?
So long.
Yay! And he was gone. Well, but, Waki, and even with how he reacted there, he did show that he accepted his dad's decision. So, in a way, they've kind of made up. Hopefully he lives long enough to get that surgery. Because, he really could just fall over and die. What? You don't want to root for Waki to live? I'm sure he won't show up later. I'm sure it's fine. And he was gone. Well, let's head back, Apollo. Waki is one of the more unlikable defendants. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't say I necessarily like him. Because Yeah, he's not very likable, but I don't know.
Well, let's head back, Apollo, to the Right Anything Agency.
So the panties were in the car's exhaust pipe, which I guess if a gas vehicle's exhaust pipe is blocked, it can't start. Hey, since when do I work at your agency?
Oh, we make a good Team Apollo. Don't just stand there. Let's get going.
Why not? She did help me out. And there's a few questions that still need answers. Like this power of mine that she showed me. And my bracelet. If anyone can help me figure them out, it's her. Though I can't say I care much for what her father has become.
Oh, that's right. We have to go someplace first.
Where?
Why? To claim our reward from Mr. Aldun.
Ah, salty noodles. Right. He got his stand back already. Trucy, please make your father shave. Maybe we'll get there.
Oh, and after that, you can come see my show. With a special appearance by the amazing Mr. Hat.
Oh, it's special, alright.
Please, anything but him. And why does Mr. Hat appear with a cash register sound effect? It's the amazing Mr. Hat. We don't need to question the amazing Mr. Hat. He's so amazing. Clearly, he's the most important character in the game. Top defense attorney. We did it. We solved the case. What am I gonna switch to now? It's a good question. 'Cause I was trying to decide that. I don't know, 'cause I could work on... It's Friday night. Yeah, Before that, give you a second. I mean, 'cause I could, I don't know, I was thinking I could maybe switch to playing Pokemon after this, but I'm not sure if I want to do that
I'll
right
give it a
now.
try.
Wait, hide and seek, guys. Bayonetta. Bayonetta, the Gates of Hell. Let me see. Bum, bum. Yeah, that's correct. My current hiding spot is the Gates of Hell from Bayonetta. So that is uh that is maximum points. So yeah. So I guess I'll have to run a vote. um so I could set that up whenever I finish streaming for the night. Announcer, please tell Ollie that what he wins. Well, you've collectively found 15 hiding spots. So your grand prize for this segment of the hide and seek challenge is I will run a open-ended vote of video games for me to play, and I guarantee that I will stream whatever game wins the vote at least once for several hours. I might not be able to commit to fully playing through the game because I could get given something that's like 200 hours long, or given something that will make me miserable. So we'll see. But yeah, I'll make sure to set up. I'll set up something in the Discord to run that vote. So if you have a game that you would like me to play, and you're here watching and you aren't in the Discord, consider joining the Discord, because I don't have a better way to run this vote. Yeah. Which here I can put the command. That link should work and not make it, yeah, whatever. Yeah. But yeah, for now, so that'll happen soon. I'll make sure to start the vote to I'll make sure to start the vote after I finish streaming for tonight, or do that between games, because I should probably switch to playing something else. Because we solved the case. It did not go as crazy as I was expecting, but it is technically the first non-tutorial case of the game, so we'll see what happens from here. But yeah, I should probably switch over to playing a different game for now. It wasn't a normal case, to be fair. That is fair. There was too much dialogue related to underwear for it to be a normal case. So hopefully we're done with that bit. That would be good. Yeah? What's up? You don't know how it's called? Oh, here, I can... Yeah. I have... Sorry, I usually don't have a reason to be more zoomed out. Because clearly... Yeah. But yeah. I'm sorry. I don't normally have a reason to be more zoomed out, so you'll never know. But I do have full body. I'm 10 feet tall. No, I'm like 186 centimeters tall. I am very tall, probably. But that makes sense, right? Yeah, very pretty. Sorry, like a little bit over 6 feet tall. So, mhm. Yeah, I'm tall. Yeah, that's what I said. 186 centimeters, approximately. More or less. I'm 1 centimeter taller than you. Oh no. But yeah, I know I could have the camera more zoomed out, but uh then with a soft spoken voice, how can I be taller than you? I don't know. I don't know how it works. It just does. But yeah. Uh I think I might switch over to playing Pokemon, cuz I got 5 days in order to well before Champions comes out. So I think I'll probably set up here. Actually, I could start the I'll start the vote for games for me to play now, and I'll get the stream switched over to Pokemon. um but yeah, we solved the case. Waki's not guilty. Um just don't mind me saving the game again. But yeah, I'll I'll switch over. So and I'll get that vote started in the Discord. But yeah, thanks everyone for sticking on and watching. I hope you have a very good rest of your day and or evening, and I will be back in like 15-20 minutes probably. And we can play some Pokemon. Now let's never defend Waki ever again. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I can't make that promise, but we can hope. We certainly can hope. But yeah. I will be back. Bye bye for now.